Welcome to the premiere episode of Spawn Respawn, a weekly podcast dedicated to gaming news, culture, and nostalgia. My name is Dylan Smith, and I'm joined with Kat Gerritsen,
Hey.
Elliot Porter,
Hello.
and Mitch Barnsley.
Yo, what's up, fam?
So in this very special launch episode, we're going to be diving into our thoughts on the latest release from Software, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, as well as a few other little gaming tidbits and gaming-related news. But we're going to be starting off with our favorite childhood video games, just to let the audience at home know who we are and what sort of games that we like. But I think that old Elliot over there might want to get started with his, so take it away.
Absolutely. Cool, man. Thank you. So when you gave me the idea to put down my favorite games as a child, as a child, I was thinking, the number one on that list would have to be Donkey Kong Country 3. Oof. Yeah. Most people, I guess, think probably number 2 is the best one, but for me, number 3 definitely the best one out of all of them. I think possibly because I got my SNES for Christmas that year, bundled with Donkey Kong Country 3, best game. My brother and I finished it 100%. All banana birds, everything like that. It was an absolute grueling time, but we did it, and it's such a sick game. So that's definitely number 1. I think number 2 would be Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Ooh. So Kyle Katarn, bloody Mara Jade, and that blind dude, I don't know his name, but
the blind guy.
That guy.
Blind man number 1.
Awesome game, played it on PC back when I used to play PC.
Ooh.
Now I'm a surf.
Console surf.
And it's had an expansion called Mysteries of the Sith where you played as Mara Jade, and it was just it was the best. It was the best Star Wars game of that kind of generation. So yeah, that one, those 2, and Super International Cricket on the SNES as well. Greatest game ever.
Christ. There's a story there.
You could just hit a 6 every single ball by down the leg side, and you could even hit seagulls. So it was friggin' amazing.
Best part of the game.
It was so good.
I don't know why. I just didn't expect any sports games to be on our list.
Oh, I love sports games, but this game, it was just as a kid, played it all the time with my brother, with my friends, with my cousins and stuff. It's the most hilarious game. When you do a run out or attempt to run out or something, you can just yell "How's that?" over and over and over and over and over, and just annoy the shit out of whoever you're playing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so there you go. That's my childhood.
Awesome. Thanks, Elliot. What about you, Mitch? What were your favorite childhood games?
I think for me, this is the most. This screams the most iconic sort of childhood games. So I'm talking about the entire Crash Bandicoot series, I can't even get into words exactly just how much that game meant to me. I remember playing Crash Bandicoot, the first one on PS1. That was the very first console I owned as a kid, and I played that thing on for hours. Went on to play. The next favorite was probably Wrath of Cortex. You'd be able to. There's a lot more. RPG, it was sort of, you can kind of go different directions and stuff like that, fight all the different evil masks and everything like that.
I liked riding on the tiger. That was my favourite bit of Crash Bandicoot, those levels.
Yeah.
And it was just such a fun, entire series. I used to stay out long, late nights with sleeping over at mates' houses, playing insane trilogy. Not insane trilogy.
Twin Sanity?
Twin Sanity's the one, that's it. Twin Sanity. And my favourite of all the games, though, and still to this day is my favourite, is Tag Team Racing.
So Tag Team Racing is
Tag
the
Team,
PS2 one?
Yeah.
Yes, PS2, yes.
Right, I've never played it.
So the game was a mixture of essentially your standard Crash Bandicoot, as you know, and then mixing it with Nitro Kart Racing, which, again, another favourite of mine. But you had this open world that you could go ahead and explore and find little funny cutscenes. You'd pull some cow's tail and it wrap its tail around your neck and it farted in your face. That was the funniest thing for me as a kid. I have an immature sense of him as a kid.
Yeah,
as a kid. It's not funny now. Not at all. I would never laugh at that.
There's nothing funny about it. That was just Crash Bandicoot. The next one, it seems to have a fitting theme here, but Jak and Daxter was my next
Sick
one.
set of games.
Legit. The soundtrack for the first one was my favorite. Going across all the precursor orbs and all the ecos. Like Daxa was like,
I really want a remaster of those games. They're so good.
I need a remaster.
One day.
Please.
Naughty Dog.
Look
at
us
you.
up. But that one was having to be the next one amongst all there. And then following that, Ratchet and Clank.
You love your like
Which they did.
Um,
they made a new
like
game,
hero characters for PlayStation, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what, that,
yeah.
that's all I needed as
Mascots, yeah.
Did you watch
Mascots.
the Ratchet and Clank movie?
No.
Was it good?
Did anyone here watch it?
Yeah, I did watch it.
Was it
Only because
G?
it's a part of like the new game. It was. I mean,
That's
it's
exactly
was
right.
very
acceptable,
much
or-
yeah, it's very much a a kids game and a kids movie. So
enough.
it's,
Was that-
it's acceptable.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get what you
Insomniac.
I think so.
Yeah.
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 You know what else ties in as well? The only one you haven't mentioned is Spyro. Like that.
Yeah.
That's gonna complete
Yeah.
your list, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I actually didn't play Spyro as a kid.
Really?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
I didn't. Well, I mean, I could have, if I
Spyro was
was sticking
stank,
to that
though.
theme, I could have played Banjo-Koozie as well. But it's like,
Banjo-Koozie. Wait, dude. Yeah, man. I'll get
so
that
like,
Banjo-Koozie.
I didn't play that either. And there was another one that we had. There was an Australian one, wasn't there? It was like a
Oh.
dingo and like a.
Oh, it was like Taz the Tasmanian
Yeah.
Tiger. Ty the Tasmanian
Yeah, exactly.
Tiger.
So we
Never
did-
played
God,
it.
that sounds
Yeah,
terrible.
I saw it as a kid, but
That
never
was
played
sick.
it either.
I got on the PS2 hype train way too late. Like when the PS3 was already out.
I
But
was,
anyway.
I
They
was
have a
all
whole
up in
exhibit
that.
for
That
the
was
Tasmanian
my
Tiger.
entire childhood, up until like my teenage years, and then started playing nothing but Halo.
Nice.
Halo was literally my entire life.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your childhood games, man. Kat, what do you got for us?
Alrighty, boys. I got 4 that I'm gonna bring to you today.
Oh my god.
4. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
keep them quick, right?
Alright.
I got 4.
First one that came to
I got
mind.
time.
Final Fantasy 12. I cannot get over that game.
12.
Like still to this day, one of my favorite games. Love playing it when they like re-released it. Bought it again. Got it again then on the PC. I just love it.
They're
Amazing.
bringing it out on Switch now as well.
I know, right? Will I get it again?
Get ready to buy it
Maybe.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to spend all my money on that game. It's amazing. All of it's amazing. And then I've got the good old classic Ape Escape. Freaking love that game.
I adore Ape
Dude,
Escape.
I sucked at it, but
Dude.
man, was it fun.
I literally sat there with the first time I played it for 20 minutes trying to figure out how to move and not understanding that you can only use the analog sticks
Right.
to actually move around and look and stuff. Like that was my first introduction to the analog
That's
stuff.
hilarious.
Me trying to catch monkeys, like, what am I even doing?
But
1,000 misses to one catch.
that
Like,
soundtrack was the best.
It was so good.
And then you verse that Spike kid and you're like, come here, bitch. And you're just trying to catch him and then that
Right.
thing when you're racing. So good.
my third one is one that's pretty, like, almost everyone I've talked to hasn't known about it. So mad flex here, but Jade Cocoon was one of my favorites.
Yep,
It's
not
like
heard of
Straight over my head.
yeah, it came out in like 1998, and it was kind of like if you mix Pokemon, like you catch them to catch monsters and stuff, but you fuse them together to like make
Monster Rancher?
yeah, right. And you just like make these amalgamations and you fight shit and run around. And I loved it. I never finished it because I got to a branch where like you had to go left or right. And you just kept having to pick it, and eventually you get the right path, and I never got the right path. I don't know what you're supposed to do there.
I think I might have actually played that on like a demo disc.
Yeah, right.
Straight up from the time, right? Demo discs.
Right.
Love it.
They're-
Anyway.
they're
Love
the
it.
best.
My
So
last
good.
one, Croc.
Ooh.
Fucking
Oh,
love
yeah.
me some Croc, baby.
Legend of the Gobbos.
Croc and Croc 2, gotta go save me some gobbos, baby!
Oh, yes.
I fucking love those
was
games.
into
Like,
it.
something about it is just like so like quintessential to my childhood. Like, I think back and I think Croc.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd love them to
100%.
Croc.
remaster Croc would be
I would
sick.
love some more fucking
Who
Croc in
did
my
that?
life.
Who? It was Fox like, Studios Games, wasn't it, or something like that?
I have no idea.
I swear I
yeah.
remember seeing like the Fox logo come up when I used to play it on PC.
Probably, yeah.
And, like, it had the jankiest controls, but it was so much
It was so
fun.
Yeah,
so
it
good.
was I can't remember. Never mind. I thought I remembered it.
Lol.
but I don't.
We'll come back to that when we do our Croc episode.
Oh,
Clearly,
Croc feature.
we were all in love with
It was
Croc.
Argonaut.
Argonaut,
software.
yes.
Sick.
It had a little Spartan looking dude.
Yeah. Sick boys. But-
Cool.
Publisher was Fox.
Oh, there you go. I knew.
So he nailed it.
Memory still works.
What
There
about you,
go.
Dylan?
What about me?
Yeah.
My favorite games. Well, I was kind of sitting over here with a sour look on my face when Mitch was talking because I was like, "Still my childhood.
You stole my childhood.
Took
Give
my
it back.
games. You took my games." But we have very different opinions on the Crash Bandicoot series. Because yes, one of my absolute favorite games from my childhood would be Crash 1 to 1 to 3 and Crash Team Racing. So everything
Crash
that
Team
was
Racing
done.
was
right baller as. And that's, is Refueled already out? Or what are they called?
Nah,
No, we're looking at June 21st.
Oh, well, guess who's covering the review for that?
Yeah, that's a duo.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
okay.
duo.
No, that's a Dylan and Mitch special, right
That's a
there.
duo.
Yeah, well, I know, I'm into that. Yeah, my friend. So when it comes to that, oh man, I adore those games because I used to play them with my brother and sister. So like we would just always do die by die and would always lead to fights because either one of us was kept dying or one of us just wouldn't give the control over.
Just 5 more minutes. I died so quick, man. Like I wasn't even a proper turn.
You said it didn't count. You said it didn't count. But yeah, so
God, I've had that conversation so many times.
Yeah, right.
siblings in video games, am I right, fellas? So, but yeah, when it comes down to it, definitely a big one for me. Another one would be Metal Gear Solid. I used to love games that I was way too young for. When I was
Oh yeah.
I was way into. That's why I played like Resident Evil 2 in the PS1 days as well because no one was watching me on the PlayStation.
Little
so I
baby
just kinda got
Dylan
away
just
with it.
like, I'm so scared.
Yeah, seriously, I was like, I love it. I'm terrified, but I can't put it down. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid. To this day, I still adore it. Hence why, like my ringtone and my text tone and all that, and all the sounds on my phone are related to Metal Gear Solid.
It's true.
It just goes off that little exclamation mark, whap, sort of thing. Terrible rendition vocally, but there you
We
go.
can add it in post.
100%. And then just to keep this beautiful ball rolling, the last game from my nostalgia days, or my high school days really, was Half-Life 2. Oh my god. That thing, like I loved Half-Life 1 without a doubt, but that was the first introduction to the Source engine, or at least the one that brought us into Steam and all that. I know people were losing their minds about that. But the mods, man, the mods that came from Half-Life 2 were ridiculous. So it was hours and hours of free games.
Essentially, didn't Counter-Strike come from Half-Life?
Yeah.
Like, entirely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had like Source that came, CS Source that came out after that and all that.
Yeah.
And then heaps of little things popped out like that. I used to love Zombie Panic Source as well, which was fun. It was a little zombie game. But yeah, Half-Life 2, the storyline there, and the fact that Half-Life 3 doesn't exist at the moment is kind of like, I guess, the big
It exists.
depression era of
You
my
say at the
adult
moment,
life.
it's never coming.
Is it so wrong? Elliot, I ask you, is it so wrong to hold out a little skerrick of hope?
That's what he's living on,
Yes.
man. That's all he's got left.
Because if they say that it's
fuel.
never coming out, I'm done.
Lord Gaben shall not bringeth.
Shall not bring it, especially with the Epic Game Store breathing down his neck. He's like, get it out! Get the game out!
Maybe he should do that. Maybe that would get people on,
On board.
Keep Valve alive at this point. And their
Yeah.
card game didn't work out.
please.
Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise. What was that called again?
Artifact.
Artifact.
Oh yeah.
Just
Gives
like
a
how
fuck.
they're an artifact of the gaming world at this point.
Oh,
Brutal.
Nailed it.
Well, I think that sort of covers our little nostalgia trip down what games that we actually liked as a kid. As a kid, I should say. But moving right along, there's been one game that's been pretty persistent in all of our lives recently. I think there's something that literally since it launched, we could not shut the fuck up about.
Yep.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh,
you are
baby.
not wrong.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at these people. They look tired. They've got bags under their eyes
But
because
I'm
they've been
flexing.
playing.
I was literally
They've
up
been
till
playing.
My muscles got so much fucking dank because of this game. They are thick.
Density.
Dank.
I was
Wow.
definitely up till midnight last night. Went straight to bed and then dreamt about it. That
Really?
game
Dude,
all night.
I
So
hate
what game are we talking about?
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
baby.
Baby, I
To
love
be
you,
real though, I
baby.
fucking hate when I go to bed and I'm dreaming about a game I was just playing. Worst.
That's
It's
why
like,
I usually
I
like
can't escape my life.
something before I go to bed, so I don't do that. But last night I was
Tetris
like,
effect.
It's bad.
It is.
it was the Sekiro effect.
Oh, it-
I kind of like it though, because
Yeah.
I'm still playing the game and I'm in bed.
No, it always turns into like some wicked nightmare for me. So it's just
really?
like the worst. And then I wake up and I'm like, do I want to continue to play this? And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, so Sekiro has very much been on our love list and shit list, I'd say.
I just love it. There's no
There
shit
is
for me.
absolutely no
Yeah.
hate. Not even
Oh,
like
no
a
hate.
No
slight
hate.
bit.
You could probably.
You're a little salty and I can
I'm a little
understand
salty. It's not because I didn't get good.
Tell us why.
that. Get good.
I think let's talk about the game, and then I'll tell everyone why I'm a bit of a salty boy. So, Kat, you've finished it a little bit, is that
Yeah,
right?
I'd just
And
like
so have
to.
you, Mitch?
I'd just like to flex on being the first that finished it out of all four of us.
Yeah,
So
that's fucked.
I just
That's
want
a-
to make sure that
quite the
everybody
flex
knows that.
too.
It is a
Yeah.
big flex.
That
I
is
beat it by
legit
a lot
whack.
as well. Like,
Yeah,
I
I was
had
still-
quite a solid lead. In fact, I've lapped you, and I've lapped you, and I've
Fuck.
certainly lapped you now.
Rip.
Now that I can't give it away. Yeah, but yes, you've lapped us. You've literally gone over us, and doing it on New Game Plus.
Yeah,
Well,
I got 100% that game. That's just That's just my legacy.
Do you want to plug your stream at this point and tell the people why you've been able to do it?
On Mixer, that's where I stream, baby, and I'm just gonna keep on playing Sekiro until I get that 100%, which means I have to beat it 3 more times. So it's gonna be a lot of me crying and failing, but being persistent and not getting good. Maybe not. Who knows?
Well,
What
I'm
did
pretty
you say
sure.
when you- oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure you are getting pretty good. Because
Maybe it's just a lot of persistence. I mean, I don't get like I get upset at it, but I don't get like angry and like rage quit. So I think it gives me a little bit of more extra time. But
Yeah.
I genuinely think I only learned how to play the game when I defeated that last boss. Like I do not think
Actually,
I
but-
was doing anything of any value because I'm so used to playing Dark Souls and like with the dodge system and all that sort of stuff that I just like deflecting is so unnatural to me. It took me until the last boss to learn it.
Yeah.
Fully.
It was a hard
Wait,
lesson.
really?
I love that quote though. It's like you only really learned how to play the game in
Yeah.
the very final boss.
That was me.
That is
Terrible
hilarious.
time.
I'm like a noob to all From Software games. Never played Dark Souls. Never played.
Are you going to go back and
Bloodborne.
play them after this one?
I think I want to play Bloodborne. I don't know if I want to play Dark Souls that much.
Apparently it's
But
co-op Bloodborne. Is that correct?
Can
Yeah,
be.
all of the
All
other
of them
games
are.
can be
Yeah.
co-op.
Except for
Sekiro's the
Sekiro.
only
Except
one
for
that's
Sekiro.
not.
yeah.
We should do Bloodborne
Because
then.
that's the easy mode.
Together.
co-stream.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
think
if
so.
you had
I
internet,
don't think you can play the whole thing co-op though.
Oh, that's
It's
fucking-
only the boss fights. Oh, you
Yeah.
can
No.
you can summon each other,
But you can't
Yeah,
like
it's
start
fucking
the
whack.
game together and
You
play
can-
together.
Yeah, you start it and then you can spawn him in, or you can
Yeah.
summon him in.
Yeah, but like from the get-go.
You
can't,
you
like,
got to
play
get the
together.
item
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
spawn him in, but then it's not just for bosses. You can spawn him for entire levels.
But yeah, as someone who's never played those games, my first like week of playing Sekiro was rage quitting and getting very angry. And I haven't gotten angry at a game in fucking years.
Yonkies, babe.
And I was like fuming. I couldn't get through the first 3 bosses in days and days and days. Now I'm getting through it and I feel like I'm actually progressing and I like beat a couple of mini bosses first try and
How
I
good
feel
does it
like I'm
feel?
actually like have some skill. But my God, I was like raging hard. But I just kept going back because it's so good. It's just like the combat and the exploration. The exploration is insane. The map itself is just mental. So
And the traversal is
Oh.
excellent.
so
Exploration
cool.
and lore is like one of the best things about the game. Obviously, the whole game is like super polished and like amazing, but I like the worlds that they design are so good.
I would have to disagree. Well, not disagree, but it's
You
exactly
can't
the-
disagree.
No, I'm not gonna disagree with anything there. No, not particularly. But this is also my first sort of like Dark Souls of experience with any
Yeah.
kind of these games, and I simply put it off because I legit thought I was not good enough to play one of these games. I thought, you know what, I didn't think it would be too hard. Like it literally,
Yeah.
like I'd be that kind of surf.
He's scared.
And I mean, yeah, no, it didn't take me long to get into it as much as I thought it did. Like, I actually did it quite well. But, I mean, like, I've already finished the game. I finished like game like with you,
Yeah.
Kat, and I'm already...
I was gonna say if you had that
You didn't
trepidation
finish the
about
game with me, so
you nailed it, dude. Well
okay,
done.
it's like a couple of days later. Don't put yourself on my level.
Okay, cool. Anyway, but...
Wow, Cat lost a lot of cred just then.
Yeah, that shit was whack. But, I mean, I've gotten fair way through. I've gotten past Genichiro now, but...
In the second run through.
In the second run through now, yeah.
Can I just point out, and I really don't mean to dunk on you, Mitch, but did you know what New Game Plus was before
Oh,
you started playing
rip.
Sekiro?
That's a negative.
That's a negatory, good buddy.
For the audience's
That's a big no.
benefit, Mitch is a multiplayer boy.
Yeah.
He's not much of a
Big
single
old
player boy.
multiplayer boy.
But he's
Competitive.
killing it.
Competitive. I think that's
Oh, yeah.
what got me through this was just how competitive I was.
Yeah.
I hate losing.
We like
And I'm
Rainbow
s-
Six Siege and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so stubborn.
You
I
lost
asked
a
my
cat though. so.
I mean,
I don't know. That was kind of going to happen. She's kind of the queen of like the Soulsborne sort
This
of
is true.
vibe.
should we do like a speed run challenge one
She
time?
probably is. Wait.
Like once you finish like your second playthrough, we both finished our second playthrough is done. We should like a speed run challenge to see who can
I've
finish
got to
it.
finish all 4 playthroughs, my guy. I'm not quitting halfway through. What are you
Mitch,
talking about?
like, let's not get too big for our britches. Like,
Yeah,
she's
right.
clearly better. But like,
No, I'm fucking prove it.
no.
Fight me.
I already proved it by beating you already.
Wow,
Like-
there's some
Like,
shade.
the VODs are there
This
for
table.
stream if you want to refer to it.
Sir.
But point being, you weren't super familiar with the Soulsborne and you exceeded your own expectations
I think
by
Mitch
smashing it. So well done.
Absolutely.
Mitch
That's awesome.
exceeded my expectations, so I'll give you props for that.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
I didn't have any expectations, so then, yeah, it's just good either way. Just kidding.
Neither did I. They were very easy to exceed.
Well, we're bullies.
No.
This is
Yeah,
harsh.
you straight up to me.
No.
The fuck's this shit?
Yeah, at least I can identify that, though. That's got to give you some sort of credit.
Self-awareness.
No, there's
Yeah.
no
doesn't really count.
credit for being a bully.
Oh, you could just, not be such an easy target.
Well,
Back to Sekiro. So Dylan, you've played all the Soulsborne games?
I love you, Mitch.
say
I
bitch.
said, Mitch.
Jesus, the Soulsborne games.
Yeah, we're back to it. But yes, I've finished Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
I'm like on the last boss of Bloodborne. I'm the worst. I need to go back and finish it.
Oh, right.
But I've played them. There's no others, right?
I mean, you missed
Demon
Dark Souls 1
Souls.
and Demon Souls, but that's fine.
I've
Well-
played Demon Souls. Yes, okay, Dark
The
Souls 1. I've got it.
Surge.
I've got it on like Switch and all that, and I can't get into the first one. But
It's hard.
Anyway. Yeah, oh, great.
Like,
Neo.
I
Did
mean,
you play
like,
Neo?
I mean, it's hard to get back into it without like the nostalgia feeling because it is like even with the remaster, it's kind of buggy. And
I'm trying to like groove on everyone else's nostalgia. It's just trying to be like, yeah, I want to play it. Everyone seems to love it so much, and I'm like, oh god, what do
Yeah,
I
I'm
go?
never going to play Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get it because it's on the Switch, and like I bought it, and I've got to get it.
He spent the money, he gotta play it.
If I bought it on the Switch, it would just be...
true. It's too easy to yeet that console directly across the universe. Like, you can just straight up throw it off a balcony or something.
oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Yeah, but point being, I forget what the original question was. Have I played them?
Yes,
The
you
answer
played
is yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, no, Sekiro is amazing. I love... I just love the world and just... Oh, it's just so amazing.
How beautiful is it?
Oh, so
Like, be
good.
for
And
real.
every area you get to, there's like a whole host of new enemies. Like every single place you go, there might be a couple of like, Ashina warriors or whatever there, but like there are just a whole new set of enemies to
New
face
flavor.
where you have to like learn what they do every time you meet them. And then
What's their thing?
like some of them are absolutely crazy, like those ninjas with like the two-sided
Yeah.
scythe.
Oh, those
Let me
guys.
just set this one on fire.
Oh,
I know there's
dude.
one point where
one
there's
they-
like two of them back to back, so it's like you can't even go up and
right
fucking
outside.
sick.
Yeah,
You
they,
know
but
what?
they are
You-
nuts.
You
They're
can sneak
so
around
active.
them.
Legit,
Yeah.
it tickles my weeaboo pickle. Like it's
Whoa.
that's this whole game right now is literally just me and my like love for anime is clashing, and I cannot contain it. I'm honestly,
Yeah.
I sit there sometimes like thinking of like moves from like the Naruto series at least. No wait, is it? Yes, actually from the Naruto series, I link them up with some moves
Jesus.
from Sekiro.
Oh, man.
That's just how big of a goddamn weeaboo I am.
Did you know though that it probably has the least enemy variety out of all the FromSoft games?
Yeah, right. Okay. Even
Yeah.
like just the mobs and stuff.
Yeah, just
yeah.
like there are so many different enemy types in some of the other games. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
right.
there's still so many enemy types, but to just think about that, it's probably
In
the least.
comparison.
amount.
Yeah, right, wow.
Like, and it's still so many. Like
They're a hell of a development team. Like, they're
I'm just
absolutely
like I will suck FromSoft's dick every day.
Wow.
What's his name? Miyazaki.
Big
Some happy
Miyazaki.
Japanese boys.
Dude, they do such a good job.
They
I
do.
am like, I'm actually really, really happy that like, look, I love Dark Souls and I love the series, but I think they're doing a great thing by not continuing it and instead bringing out singular games that are similar and along the same genre, but are a little bit different, like Bloodborne and Sekiro, because there's also such a like, there's such a cult following around Dark Souls,
Yeah.
and I like to get away from that, but also keep the same spirit and learn new things
Yeah.
and not necessarily be relying on the other stuff. I love it.
It's a different cult.
It's a different cult,
It's a
but it's
different
one that's
cult.
going to keep changing because they're going to keep up bringing like singular experiences that I think are great.
And I love that from the outside looking in as someone who's not a Souls player, all these like Souls veterans who are getting absolutely worked by Sekiro because
Yeah.
it's completely
So
different and it's
salty.
like, and it's hilarious. And
Me.
As you mentioned before, the deflection, it completely changes everything.
Yeah.
There are some elements with like the ninjutsu and stuff like that, which is kind of cool as well. But definitely it's the deflection that's the big thing. Because I still do it. I'll hit B to try and get the iframes from rolling away.
I get
but
hit
it don't
by
work
so
like
much
that.
stuff
Yeah.
because of that. I'm just like, I gotta dodge. Oh, my leg's fallen off.
Yeah.
I just got myself cut in half.
And
Shit.
It's just feeling of nailing those absolutely nailing those deflections is amazing.
Yeah, that
sound.
huge spark.
Yeah.
The elements of the visual design and the sound design and everything, it all brings it together to make you feel like some sort of gangster.
You know
when
what's
you're
the-
doing that, it's great.
Best move, Makiri counter.
Oh.
I feel so good every time I
Oh.
pull
So
that off.
So just a little catch up for anyone who's not familiar with Sekiro. The Makiri counter is where if you had a enemy that was thrusting at you with either a long blade or a spear, you literally they thrust towards you. He puts his leg up and pushes
Steps on the
down,
blade.
steps down on the blade and smashes
Stamps
it to the
it, baby.
ground. And then
So
you can generally, depending on the level of enemy they are, you could just completely death blow them after that.
It's so satisfying.
Throw them to the ground, them look up helplessly, and as you fucking impaled them in the back with the sword,
just end it.
humiliating them like you have made an error, and now you will pay for it.
There's so much variety in it as well. Like different, Makiri counters on different enemies, and even depending on, I think, how much already their posture's been broken. You can get different types of death blows on them, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about, I guess, the combat system is it's generally in Dark Souls, you're aiming to take their vitality or their health down, right?
Yeah.
But this is a completely different angle where, really what you're trying to do is get their posture. And that took me a little bit to get the hang of because I'd be trying to attack a boss or attack someone like a general or someone bigger, and then back away, try and heal or just try and learn their moveset and come in and do it again. When really, I should have been getting
their
right
face.
up in their grill, not letting them chill for any amount of time to lower their posture and just trying to break that bar.
One of the other things is really cool is they teach you so much about posture and how posture is your number one chance against beating things, and then you'll get up to a boss where their posture just doesn't care. They're
exactly what I was
they're
about to
You
say.
can't
They
do
just
shit to my posture.
flip it,
and then they
yeah.
flip it, and you're you walk into a boss fight, and you're just like, shit, are you a health boss or a posture boss, or are you a little bit of both, where you got to damage them to a certain amount before their posture then starts taking damage,
Because
and
the
then you
lower
can
the lower the health, the quicker posture will
build
go.
and the longer it'll stay. Yeah.
And that's the same for you as well. So if you're low health, you get postured really quickly,
Yeah,
and
and you can't regain it as quick.
It's so good.
it's so good.
Oh, I can talk about it all day.
I want to
Baby.
go and play it right now.
Yeah, it's a very cool system, and I like the changes from
Yeah.
from Soulsborne.
It's
Yeah.
probably also one of their shorter games, probably along with
Yeah.
Bloodborne sort of length.
Yeah, when you said you had finished it, I was kind of already
Yeah.
How many hours did it take to finish? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Mine said 74.
Fuck,
74
really?
hours,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Wow,
mine was.
Holy shit.
I think mine was 54, 64. I think it might be 64 now, so say 54 or something.
Oh
like that.
wow.
Now, the
Okay.
fact that
Shit,
it is
that's
the
longer
their
than I
shortest
thought.
game does give me a little bit of solace.
Yeah.
Considering my current predicament.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm
What's that doing?
I'm a super world explorer as well, so that's going to push my time up a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for screwing up the segue.
I'm sorry.
So Dylan,
No, please continue.
Dylan, tell us why you're a
fuck
little
you.
bit salty about Sekiro right now.
Look, I'm not mad. I'm
Just disappointed.
fucking furious. I'm absolutely livid considering. I'm just going to peek all the audio. Absolutely livid considering what happened to me last night. So,
Set the scene for me.
all right.
Yeah.
Here it is. I load the game up. My computer's, purring like the beautiful machine that it is.
Wow.
And then loading the game up, and there's a certain spot where there's all these monkeys on screen at once. It's something probably 25 monkeys, I'd say.
It put my frame
I know
rate
the
to
spot.
about 1 frame per second.
Are you serious?
And
Nah, probably about
What are you playing
10.
on a potato?
I was playing on the Xbox One S.
Oh,
Baby's
that is
first
potato.
Pretty
So,
much a potato.
yes. So, obviously, everyone gets a bit of frame dipping on that. And it was going a little bit slower than usual. And I was just I'm just going to attack these monkeys. I should probably get out of here. It doesn't really matter. Started fighting with them. And then suddenly it just freezes. And then I'm like, okay, simple enough. I can just close out of this. But no, the whole computer restarts and it has a friggin' meltdown. And I boot it up and it doesn't turn on the first time. And anyway, I eventually got the computer to turn on.
I'd be more worried about that.
I load up into Sekiro. My graphics card is melted. No. But
That's what I'm worried about, right?
house is on fire.
There's a
Probably
little
is.
fire sparking in there. It's blue for some reason.
oh my god. But the point being, I opened Sekiro to find my save had been corrupted.
So
Now, this was after beating Genichiro, after beating the Guardian Ape, and after collecting, like, after about going into that world where you go and fight the 4 monkeys and stuff like that. And I don't know why I thought to go back to that area, but I did, and that's when it all went down, and it all went to shit. Now, what I'm getting at is that I had to start again.
That's
Can I get an F in chat, boys?
F in the chat.
I'm going to need an F in the chat.
Yeah.
Because my anger
that's
is turning
so
into
bad.
sadness. But no, I started playing it, and I was getting through it last
Yeah.
night and today as well. So I where I'm at right now, I'm just back at Genichiro again. So I'm gonna have to fucking
You
fight
got
him
this.
about 30,000 times again. But no. Once you know the systems of the game, it definitely goes a lot quicker. I know where I'm going, and
Yeah.
the fight.
Yeah,
fighting
totally. Because when you
system.
first start it, you're like, okay, where am I going? What am I doing? I have no idea. I was saying to Mitch before, like, I've never played one of these, like, From Software games, and I, like, got out into the world. I was like, okay, where's the map button? I was like, well, there's no map button. Fuck, what do I do? Where do I
kinda
go?
is.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the most map you'll
But
ever
that's
get in
the
a
mo-
FromSoft
yeah,
game.
it's like there's no markers, there's no nothing. You're just
Yeah.
like and now I
Figure
know
it out.
my way around every area. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I have to go to get to this guy. I know where all the fucking merchants are and stuff. Just like, oh yeah, I have to go to this place to find that merchant. It's
Yeah.
like you just learn it and it's in your head. So
How good is it?
second run through, I'm sure you're just like Kat, Mitch, and well, you as well, Dill. But
It's my second run through, but not in a good way.
you like know exactly where you're going. So yeah,
It was really confusing because I would go to, like, let's say the castle, for instance, and I'd be going down a path, and I'd get there, and then there's another path, and I go, oh, it's just part of the area. I go down that path, and it's like, you're in a new area, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do I go down here yet? Do I wait? Like, when am I supposed to go down here? Like,
That
I
is
don't
the trickiest
fucking know.
part. Yeah,
Well, like-
it's trying to find the right, like, I guess, evolution of where to go, or what you
wrong.
say, the right.
You go the wrong way first. That's what you do.
That's
you
messing
go.
me up.
You
heard
go
it
the
here
wrong
first.
way first, so you can get all like the side stuff and figure that shit out.
but it's
You get
like
more items and stuff, right?
Exactly, because
yeah.
then as well, if you go the wrong way first and then you go a different way and you advance the world state, you're gonna get extra shit, buddy.
And
You're
then
gonna get
Spirit
like,
Emblems cost more money when
Right.
you advance the world state. It's like, fuck.
I just didn't
Yeah,
want to fuck it
word.
up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fuck it up.
Too late.
I was just too fucking scared.
go the wrong way to
Oh.
reward your exploration.
I got really scared when I went into the depths. I was like, oh god, this is so scary. I'm out.
Especially when
I
you
just
see the
ran away.
fucking what is it? Shinichi warriors, I think they are. I think that's what they're called. The guys with the big ass fucking pole arms, all the fucking like purple skulls
Oh,
floating around.
I
there,
ran
like-
straight past them. I was like, fuck that. I'm out.
I legit, like, my jaw was on the floor, like, in shock. I was like, my god.
I don't think I've gotten up to them, and I'm probably not going to get up to them for a little while.
What?
I'd love to watch you guys
Can
play
you crash again?
Dark Souls
If it does
2 or
it again, I'm
something
out.
to see like your guys' reactions to like all the different enemy types. Like Dark Souls 2, unpopular opinion, is definitely my favorite. And
Yeah, right.
I think it's probably the longest. It's huge,
It is massive.
and I freaking love it. And like, there's so much variety in that game, which is one of the reasons I love it so
Yeah,
much.
100%. Like that was my first introduction to the Souls series, and it was one of those things where like I used to go out a lot, like used to hang out with a lot of people. As soon as I got that game, I was straight up like everyone was like, "Where did you go? Like, where were you?" And I was literally just stuck in a little Dark Souls
I was
state,
at Firelink Shrine.
keeping warm by the flames.
Seek, blessed.
Oh, deep cut from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But seriously, I'm gonna hook you up with Bloodborne because I
Yeah,
reckon that'd
yeah.
be a fun one to play for
Yeah,
you.
I think I'd really enjoy that. I don't know if I want to play Dark Souls. Like,
Dude.
I love RPGs and stuff, but I just don't think
It is an
doesn't
unforgiving
really-
RPG. Like,
Yeah.
not even just in the combat, in the sense of like even going through the menus. It took me ages to learn where things were in the menu, how to equip things properly, how to read the stats properly, and how to understand all that. I felt like an idiot watching so many YouTube videos being like, how do I understand how to use these
I swear
things?
From Software are just like evil.
Yeah.
They're just like, how can
But
we
it's so
screw
good
everyone?
though,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
It
I
is
love
very good.
Sekiro.
Crave
It's
that
great.
punishment.
And it's all that investment of time. Like it does feel like it pays off when you beat the game or when you beat a big boss that you've been stuck on. It does feel amazing.
I'm wondering about this discussion right now. Should that be popping around the question now? Does Sekiro need an easy mode?
That is a fantastic question.
It's a big question.
It is.
I actually watched Danny O'Dwyer from NoClip did a really good video about it, kind of breaking it down. There's a few camps, I guess, like to why there should be an easy mode. I disagree with it needing one just for the simple fact that people want an easier game. But I guess like when we're talking about accessibility and stuff, it's kind of a bit of a different story. You know what I mean? Like,
I have a bit of input on that.
go for it.
Because I saw a lot of people talking about how they wanted easy mode for accessibility. And, you know, I love Sekiro, so I was all over this. I was looking at it a lot. And one of the videos that started getting circulated a lot was this guy, I can't remember his name at all, but he's a quadriplegic, and he showed a video of him beating, I can't remember if it was the final boss or Genichiro, whoever it was. He had a video of him completing that fight using like assistive controllers and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily think it needs an easy mode. But I mean, I can understand the argument for it. Not everyone's accessibility needs are the same, so they would need, you know, obviously different tools. But potentially that's an issue around, you know, what tools can we provide to make things easier for people that need these accessibility features, as opposed to should we alter the game for it? As I think, you know, having tools that affect it are a bit more, you know, that's a bit more widespread and a bit more of a better solution.
Yeah.
You know, it helps in multiple cases as opposed to going, you know, this one thing needs to be more accessible. Make everything more accessible with tools.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, especially when it comes to those new controllers that they're working out. Also, I mean, elephant in the room, but a dude beat like all the bosses in Dark Souls with a Guitar Hero controller.
Yeah, right.
And I know that's not the same. That is by no means the same thing. But he did it with like a Wiimote as well. Like this guy
and he did it with the drum kit.
We did it with a Rock Band drum kit. He
So
someone
good.
made Orenstein and Smell like with that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So Elliot did just leave. Do you want to just?
So
quickly catch him up?
did you guys just? I don't know. You may have said this. Didn't someone beat Dark Souls with bananas?
Yeah, that's the electrodes into the bananas. Like he was like tapping on the table.
The
Yes.
fuck?
So good.
Oh my
wrong
God.
with
No,
people?
what I said while you left for a second, Elliot, was this dude. I just bumped my mic, so I'm going to say that again. This dude beat. I can't remember if it was the final boss of Sekiro or if he was up to like Genichiro, whoever it was up to. It was a video of him beating it with accessibility controls because he is quadriplegic. And I was saying that I don't think the accessibility question really is something in the form of should Sekiro be more accessible. I think it's should there be more accessibility tools for gaming in general. So I think that's going to be a more of an improvement than just saying, you know, this one game needs to be improved. Everything could be improved with tools.
Absolutely. And I think it was last year Microsoft released that adaptive controller, and it's like
That's
apparently really great. I don't know exactly how it works, but apparently
It works
it's
with
really great.
Like a whole host of other tools as
Yeah,
well. It
yeah.
basically lets you plug in all kinds of things. Like
That's really cool, and I
Big
think
buttons
moves
or-
like that is awesome to kind of support that. Whereas it's kind of not the same as people just wanting a game to be easier, so they
and then
can
using that as an excuse to be
Yeah.
like, oh, think about these people. It's like, well, you're not thinking about those people. You just suck at the game.
Yeah. And I fucking sucked at the game. Like, I was, like I said, rage quitting because I was just terrible. It's not because the game is terrible. It's because I wasn't understanding how to play it. I didn't want it to be easier. I just wanted to
Be better.
to get good. And yeah, it's like a cliche thing to say now, but like literally you just got to get better at the game. So
Fully.
yeah.
I'm of the opinion that, oh man, I completely just lost my train of thought.
Here's my hot take then, while you think of that.
Yeah.
I saw an argument that was like, there shouldn't necessarily be an easy mode, but you should have the option to input cheats. And I think that could, like, if people absolutely 100% need an easy mode, I don't think it's something that should be included at all, because I think, you know, the creators have their artistic vision, and I think that should be followed. But I think cheat codes could potentially be like the midline where you know you're cheating and you're making the game easier. You can't get achievements while they're on, but you're having an enjoyable time, whereas everyone else is playing the game the way people wanted it to be played.
I remember my opinion.
What is it?
I'm of the opinion that if you start tweaking values in the game in terms of either how much damage you receive or how much damage you give, like it's going to throw it out completely.
Absolutely.
And if they just say, like, because they are pretty, like, like finely tuned systems. Like it's not an RPG for us, but at least in the back end of it, like there's still a lot of that stuff going on, right?
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if they start, fiddling around with that too much, it might completely ruin the experience of the game. Because we were just talking about how much it feels amazing to finally take down a boss that you've been working your ass off to fight, or like you've done it like 30 times or something like that. It feels incredible, and if it's easier and you fight it maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times or something, and then you beat it. It's not the same.
No, I agree, because
or even just one shot, like one go every boss get through it. Like it's not as satisfying.
No way
at all.
I saw one of the arguments was like all you need to do is have an option where you have more health, and like I think that is probably one of the worst options you could do. Like for one, you get more health as you play the game, but also there are you are supposed to be punished for your low amount of health by being like, if you don't learn how to block this combo, you will get killed. But if you can block half of it, then you'll still be alive and you can try again. Like if you had more health, you wouldn't have those learning curves. And I agree, it would not be satisfying.
Absolutely.
For me at least.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think like the mechanics are made so specifically, like to your point, Dylan, like that changing anything would just make it all out of whack and it wouldn't feel right anymore. And it would just kind of be like an exploration game, which is cool, but it's not like, even like say Assassin's Creed 2, like that was like it wasn't hard, but there's a fucking combat in it that if you get surrounded by enemies, you're going to get wrecked, right? You're not going to just survive everything.
Yeah.
But like that game was like beautiful action game where it's got like heaps good traversal and stuff like that. Like kind of like the older Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
But they're not hard, but like you can get ruined if you're not careful. Whereas this is like way more brutal, but it's still like an action game, where you're leveling up your abilities and stuff and slowly leveling up your health and your attack power and stuff. But it's not like a full RPG, but it wouldn't be the same experience. If it
I also
was.
think it's like heaps entitled to be like, you should have an easy game for me. Like the game developers make the game they want to make,
exactly.
and the people that like that game play it. Not every game is for everyone. Not everyone likes every game, and not everyone can play every game. I suck at shooters. I like playing them still, but I'm not going to be like, you should add more like aim assist for me because I can't hit anyone. Like that's just ridiculous. And I think it follows like the same trend. Like they want to make a game that they want. You don't have to like it. Same as you don't have to read every single book that's out there. Like, nah.
Yeah.
You apply the same method to those shooter games though, the same way you play the same method to Sekiro. You
gotta play to get good.
You have to keep playing. You have to figure out exactly how to be able to aim better and all the mechanics to get better
I've just
at
never
that shooter.
gotten good.
It's exactly the same way with Sekiro, and it's exactly that same method I applied from all the times that I generally always play shooter games. I applied it the same thing to Sekiro. It was just figuring out the patterns.
Yeah.
Once you figure out the patterns, I don't want to say the game's easy, but you obviously get an idea. It's just because it doesn't become easy. It doesn't become easy because it all comes down to the human, like you making the reaction times at the times that the boss does the mechanic.
Yeah, the muscle memory.
Exactly. Then because listen, the amount of times I died to Genichiro and finally beat him, it was because of I got the fight down so packed. I knew exactly when he was going to do exactly the move that he would normally do.
I bet you had like 1,000-yard stare. Your eyes were completely unfocused, and you were just doing it all.
Literally,
memory.
Literally. And the only thing that was getting me upset and angry at myself was me going, I fucking know I should have done that then. Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I jump?
Same.
Why didn't I block? Like my brain's just not getting
perilous
it.
attack, and I dodge into it, and I'm like, fucking Dark Souls P-brain, what are you doing?
Kills me all the time. No, it's a good point though, and it just comes down to exposure to it and familiarity with it. And then a lot of people aren't willing to do that. It's this whole era of instant gratification, where it's just like, I want to play this game for the story, or I want to get through it, and people want like their handheld through playing it.
Yeah.
I'm very much in the camp where it's just like, go home. Like, we're not going to add an easy mode.
I'm going to put myself down as a solid no for easy mode on that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
And like,
Forbes aren't even gamers, man.
I don't see why is this such an issue now when, unless it was and no one cared, but like Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
I don't think it was
1, 2, 3,
What is
and
that?
Bloodborne,
And
like
Demon-
Neo.
it's 5
and,
games, is it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Neo
like
and all that
all these
too.
other Souls-like games as
Monster
well.
Hunter is seen as a pretty hard learning curve when you go into it as well.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking get over
Fully.
it. Developers, it's their artwork. They can craft it however they like. If you don't want to play it, if you want to play it, but understand that it doesn't have...
This is interesting considering that generally, like, it would be considered poor taste for a game developer not to take on the feedback of their audience. But I guess in this case, the majority of their audience are saying like, no, we're happy with it the way it is.
Well, I guess it's also different because it's not just like feedback like, hey, there's a bug here, you need to fix that, or this item isn't working properly. Like I
demand.
know, like Divine Confetti is apparently not working properly, so they're going to fix it.
Oh, wow.
It's not a like objective thing of saying, hey, this isn't working right. We have feedback on it. You know, this feature isn't what you said you were going to deliver. That sort of thing. They're just like, I want this game to be easier for me.
Well, speaking of them...
Too hard.
Pretty much.
Speaking of them fixing issues, when I first played it, I booted it up on Xbox One X in 4K. It was fucking unplayable. The frame rate was fine, but the frame pacing was shocking. So, like, as you're watching, like, the snowfall, it'd fall and then fall faster and then fall.
Yeah.
It was so hard to play. Playing it on the 1S on a 1080p screen was fine, but it's like a lower frame rate. They did an update and now it's like perfect on the 1X. I don't know. I don't think it's locked or anything like that frame-wise, but the frame pacing is much better and much smoother. So it's like there's one issue I've had with a glitch or, you know, just with a gameplay issue and it's
One
fixed.
issue I've had that crashed my game 7 times in a row, but I didn't lose my data like you did, Dylan. I just can't get my last prayer beat.
Ouch.
So
don't wanna
I'm
talk about
slightly
it.
less salty than you.
Ouch.
Rip.
I'm really
There
holding
was-
back the tears, guys. Come
There
on.
was a there was a saying that I just saw the other day. I was watching a few different videos on YouTube, and there was a guy sort of coaching another guy on how to play a particular game, and I'm probably not going to remember exactly what he said correctly, but I felt like it was really true to what exactly kind of going on with this conversation. The guy mentioned that what makes a bad player isn't the mistakes that he makes, but more or less the fact that he's not able to realize that he's not taking responsibility for those mistakes that
That's
he's
just
making.
general life advice.
Like, but yeah, but,
Right?
That's good advice.
but like it's not exactly the way he said it, but it legit like hit me, and I'm like, oh shit, you fucking right, Fram. Like, god damn,
Fram.
Fam. Like for real though, like
If you can't sit there and be like, I should have done that. I should have jumped.
Exactly.
When I see this symbol, I need to jump. If you just go in there and say, this game's fucking broken, man.
then that makes you the bad player.
And you're going to do it again. You won't take it
Sorry,
on board.
hands down, that makes you the bad player then.
Fully.
Yeah, I died so many times to that fucking Shinobi Hunter because I was like not timing my Makiri counters right, and it was all my fault. It wasn't anyone else's fault. It wasn't the game's fault. I was just being shit at the game, and I would just run
I'm just
back
a
in,
turd.
Just another
kill
little
everyone,
flex,
get
kill that
back to.
Bible again. This time, but anyway.
But yeah, no, I think it definitely does not need an easy mode.
No, I couldn't agree more. I'm pretty certain that it doesn't, but Forbes kind of thinks that it does.
Fuck Forbes.
Oh well, as you say, fuck them. We're doing pretty good. But Sekiro, yeah, this is definitely not a review. We're not going to review it. I think we all absolutely adore it. Like,
Yeah, I still haven't finished it.
My
so-
review is pure love.
yeah, pure love.
Pure
Refuse
love.
to pure love.
You guys
kind
don't
of
have
ways.
to review it, but I'm going to review it with pure love.
10 out of 10.
Beautiful.
If you had to
I
give it a
fucking
number.
love it,
Yeah.
dude.
I hate
Yeah.
numbered reviews.
Yeah.
I also
yeah.
do as well, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to say pure love.
Pure love.
I love it.
Out
Beautiful.
of love.
Well, that rounds that up pretty nicely. But you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion that this is not the last time we're going to discuss Sekiro.
No.
Yeah,
So-
maybe once you two surfs finally finish
Oh,
Get fucking wrecked.
I had a setback, and I'm going to
Yeah.
overcome it. All
Look,
right.
Dylan, you have an excuse, Elliot.
my setback is I'm shit.
I wonder if I can lap Elliot.
The first step is
Maybe.
admitting.
Probably.
Oh, that would be-
I don't know. I'm already up to the poop monkey, so.
He's up to the poopster.
Oh well, we'll get there.
And I
More to
killed the
come
big
next
snake,
week.
so.
But moving right along, we're just going to go through just a few little bits of news here. And apparently there was a sneaky little rumor going around that there's something called Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, where it might combine two services. Elliot, would you mind telling us a little bit more
Yeah,
about that?
absolutely. You pretty much nailed it there. So again, rumors. Don't know if it's going to happen, but you can only assume that it will.
Love me some hot rumors.
Xbox are kind of putting in all this work to make, get more people on their platform. We're hearing about like xCloud coming to like every device. Xbox Live is already a thing, I think, on Switch. I could be wrong. I don't know if it's actually available yet on Switch, but it's just going to implement like...
That sounds ridiculous. Whatever you just said sounds ridiculous. Is that real?
It's just going to implement... I don't know. I don't think it is live yet, but I know that like Minecraft already kind of implements the fact that it uses like Xbox achievements and stuff. So that's all that's going to use. But there's rumors about Game Pass coming to Switch, and this Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I think, is going to be like a combination of Gold and Game Pass, which is... kind of makes sense for like what they're planning. If you're going to be, paying for, xCloud or having an xCloud service, you don't really want to pay twice for Game Pass and Gold. So just to be able to play those Game Pass games online. So you would assume that, they're going to be putting them together, which is pretty awesome. And I think price-wise, it's going to be a little bit cheaper, which is pretty cool. So even though... you don't really need to pay for Xbox Game Pass anyway. Hot tip for anyone listening: download the friggin' Bing app, the worst search engine in the world. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards and just spend like 5 minutes a day searching random things on the internet, and you get points for Microsoft Rewards. I've currently got, 18,000
Bing points
and
Bing points.
Microsoft Rewards, and every time I buy a game, I get 20 points per dollar that I spend. So I've got 18,715 points. And to get 12 months of gold, I need 29,000 points in total. So I'm like 11,000 points. And I've only been doing this since the start of the year.
Dude.
And so essentially I'm going to have 12 months of gold for free in about a month's time.
Yeah,
so.
but you had to use Bing.
Yeah, I know. Rip, right?
That payoff is terrible.
Just put it out there.
Shit.
It is terrible.
Don't get me wrong, like that blows
That's
my
sick.
mind. I can't believe that's amazing. But at the same time, Bing.
I know. I feel gross every
At
time I
what
have to
price?
open it. Yeah. What cost?
Back to the Xbox
so...
Gold thing we're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
I checked it out. If you're on Nintendo Switch, you can sign in with your Xbox Live profile for like games. So like
you can earn
your achievements.
Yeah.
Really?
But I don't think like the Live is like fully integrated.
Well,
No, just
thing is-
Xbox. Right, okay.
Yeah,
So
like it's
just...
not fully integrated, but you can sign in on your account to get achievements. and stuff.
Okay.
Is it just for Minecraft at the moment, or
No, it's some
Cuphead?
Warframe and stuff as well. So
okay.
Oh.
I think it's pretty widespread.
It definitely represents Microsoft's more of a shift into services, because there's also the other rumor going around of the Xbox One that's going to not have a disc drive and be a complete online setup where you can possibly buy the console with the subscription service,
And that would be...
which is pretty smart.
that'd be great. Like, sell it with 12 months of Game Pass. People would buy that.
People would buy that.
Like, Game Pass is great as well. Like, I absolutely love it. And I guess it's only going to get better
I guess
as
it's only gonna get better.
they actually bring out some exclusive games. You
Yeah.
know? So with all these new studios, we know Gears is coming out this year, the new Ori, I don't know what else. Halo Infinite's coming probably next year when the new console comes out. So it's only going to get better and better. I think it's got over 200 games now as well. So
Come on,
definitely
PlayStation.
worth it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Chop, what are you doing?
Yeah, obviously. Just reading up here as well, like it's. I guess there's heaps more confirmation that it's coming out. Like there was reviews today from like Eurogamer saying that earlier this week Microsoft said it would from May increase the prices of Xbox Live Gold subscriptions in the UK. So if I'm assuming right, then if they're going to be a combined service, if they're increasing the pricing of that, then that's obviously signs that that's what that package is including.
Totally.
That
Could be.
Xbox Live and the Game Pass in one.
You'd
And
want
they
to hope
should
so.
as well.
Oh yeah, of
Corporate
course.
greed.
Otherwise, you're just like paying a higher premium to just play with your friends. That sucks.
Well, it looks like it's like a $10 difference.
That's
I think
pretty much
from,
like PlayStation Plus right now, though. It's like pay money to play with your friends and get a couple of free games per month.
PS Plus used to be amazing on the PS3.
Yeah.
It kind of does suck now. It's just all about these indie games. Well, sometimes
I've
actually,
got some really good games off of it,
Yeah.
to be fair.
But
But
it's swayed me from to stop using it. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like when you look at a month and then you get some real crappy games or a game I've already got, I'm like, oh, what am I doing?
yeah.
With PS Plus, the games that you get for free, do you own them after you stop subscribing to
Oh,
PS
no,
Plus?
you have to
see,
keep
that
subscribing.
sucks because on gold, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you get free games with gold, you own that game.
Really?
Even if you stop.
Just outright. You own it.
Yeah.
That's
it just
crazy.
downloads it.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure because there's been periods where I haven't had gold and I've still been able to
You
play
have to
those
get
games.
some more Bing points, boy.
Oh, bro.
Definitely on PlayStation Plus, if your subscription stops, you can't play those games
Yeah.
anymore. And you can't
Yeah.
play
Fucking
like online
wrecked.
games. So
And they hold all of your online saves that are cached on the
Yeah,
server
right.
or whatever. They hold them hostage.
Get
You're like,
fucked.
They're holding
no.
hostage.
Well, no
you
cloud
can't,
saves.
You can't restore your cloud saves unless you bloody want to, play for a little
I
bit of
literally
PlayStation
have my
Plus.
saves on my PC. Like I took them off on a USB and I was like, put them away.
I've got this file of Resident Evil 4 that's almost 100% or whatever, where I'm got a lot of gear and they want me to pay for it to get it back, and I'm kind of annoyed. So I got to
you
find a
serious?
game to play on PS4.
Well,
to
because you
pay for
don't
that.
have it locally on your console.
Well, because I moved consoles, I
Yeah.
could do a full backup and restore.
Yeah, but that's bullshit.
Ain't
Cloud
nobody got time for
saving?
that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Hopefully, though, with Xbox coming up with all this, it looks like they're coming up with all this great stuff. Hopefully, PlayStation's been winning for a long time. I hope that they can step up their game to match it or, compete with it.
Yeah.
'cause
Fully.
otherwise
Plus, the
I'm
new
gonna be
consoles,
sad.
if rumors are to be believed, the new consoles will be pretty awesome. So,
Yeah.
similar
They ought to
to
be.
this generation, they're going to have the lower end one and then just an insane.
Do you mean from the
expensive
get go, or are they going to do
From the
that
get go,
from the
apparently
mid?
2 SKUs.
Right.
Yeah, one of them's going to be way more powerful. And then,
Yeah.
as the X is. And then the other one's going to be a cheaper entry.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
When's we're going to be covering this, I guess, when this all drops. But we're going to be getting some information about that within the coming months, I'm sure.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
E3 probably.
They've got to announce it at E3. I assume they'll at least tease it.
Wait,
Has
Sony-
Sony said when their own event's going to be?
It'll be around that time.
Isn't PSX always in December though?
But they do it there because didn't they say they're going to do their own
Yeah, I feel
release
like-
thing, kind of like Nintendo Direct?
Yeah, they did that
Yeah.
fucking state of play and it was
That was
pus.
the worst thing ever. They got in the tent and listened to some guy play the friggin' what was he playing? The banjo or some shit?
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
that at
Yeah, that was it.
That was
That
at
was
E3
it.
last
Fucking
year.
banjo.
Flute.
Oh yeah, no, the flute.
Wait, wasn't that at E3
That was,
last
I think,
year?
wasn't it?
That
Yeah.
was last year.
State of Play was their Nintendo Direct kind of thing
That
that
was
they released
fucking
last
whack.
week. All
Oh,
it was fucking Iron Man VR and fucking more Days Gone.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah,
the
it was
State of Play thing.
all VR stuff apparently. I didn't watch it, but I've heard it was trash.
But still, they got everyone into a tent and made them listen to
I
the
know,
guy.
yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
And then cut to them in the studio while
Not as bad as-
5,000 people moved from
Yeah,
one
one tent to
venue to
another or
the
something.
other and they were all super confused.
And
And everyone's like, "Oh, PlayStation conferences are so good." It's that was a piece of shit.
so bad, 'cause
Just
they
put it out there.
They had the hosts of the show just trying to keep waffle on and
Yeah.
just trying to buy them more time.
It was terrible.
How ridiculous of an idea is that?
And then,
keep your
you
audience
know,
seated.
You know
Xbox
what, though?
had Cyberpunk, so
That was pretty. Oh,
Who won
that was a
E3?
teaser though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
it was the first time we ever saw it.
We didn't see it, did
What?
we?
Yeah.
From E3, no, we saw it when they did that massive gameplay release. They teased
No.
it. They did the whole glitchy thing, and they were just like Cyberpunk. Did we actually see
Yeah, there was
it?
a trailer.
Yeah, in 2012 or something.
No, are you guys tripping?
Yeah, maybe.
They showed the first shots of the world at the Xbox E3.
Was it an actual trailer?
Yeah, it was
I only
like-
remember the 40-minute gameplay.
No. It was an actual trailer.
Maybe I am
Are you
tripping.
talking about the one where
are
it's
tripping.
slow-mo and the chick's got...
No. That
No,
was
that's
from
from
2012.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Last
So rip.
year, at the end of the conference, you're right, it glitched out and then it was all these red lines and then music started. It was a fucking...
Oh, you're right. I
the
totally
first
remember.
time you saw
no,
the...
I totally remember
I remember
that.
the glitch part. I just didn't remember the trailer.
Yeah.
So, but you
yeah.
seem pretty certain.
It seemed
of
like walking along the train and then he it cuts and the city's there and it was fucking beautiful.
And it had the music. You know what? I'm full of it because you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I love that. That was such a good conference.
Can't wait for Cyberpunk then.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
super keen.
But moving right along.
Can I just say that no press conference can be worse than when you deliver a magic trick?
For 15 minutes. That's actually a pretty good segue because I think
That is
we
pretty
were going to talk about Borderlands anyway. My
Terrible.
God.
That is actually the funniest.
You know what would have been worse though if his magic trick didn't work?
Oh,
No.
At
I don't know. The whole
least it
fucking
worked.
thing was
I think
disgusting.
at that point, it probably would have been better. Like just the comedic value that would have come out of it being wrong, as opposed to just like the cringe that came
That was
out of
so-
the event as a
It
whole.
didn't work anyway because she completely didn't do the reveal properly, or like he didn't
I
like
know.
build it up.
It was
Yeah,
like,
no.
don't look at it, and he's like,
And she
you
just
looked at
flips
it.
the card over, and it's like, so he did kind of, screw that.
But I
up.
mean, at least it had the right.
He just like drops
And
his
everyone-
USB stick that's full of his friggin' barely real stuff on stage, and she's like, "You dropped something."
Oh my god.
thing is, like, when everyone he finally did the magic trick and he was like trying to like go, huh? Look at this. And everyone's like, oh.
Then he like,
And she counted
yay.
37 or
47.
something.
47
I was about to
fucking
do that.
cards.
Jesus, what were they
One,
thinking?
2,
oh my god.
3.
And
Jesus.
just putting it out there, he why did he go through every card like, oh, this is Claptrap with a hat on. This is Claptrap's leg. Like, well, he doesn't have legs, but he went through like every card. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Fucking
check
wheel.
this out. No one fucking cares about your
Yes.
stupid tabletop build a Claptrap game. Show me Borderlands 3 for fuck's sake.
Also, like, I totally understand that, like, you're going to have technical problems and your trailers aren't going to work
Oh,
100% all the time. Terrible, though.
but
They
when
did
you
it
Bring
so
your
poorly.
own fucking equipment. You
Yeah.
are a technology company.
And when you're
essentially.
getting support from the audience who are yelling out, "Download VLC!"
Apparently they were chanting it like VLC.
They were literally chanting
VLC. Fucking hell.
But
What
the
a-
thing that sold the whole thing for me was
shitstorm.
when he was finally like, they tried to play the trailer like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th time. And he was like, well, should we play that one more time? And everyone's like,
To
yeah.
be fair.
And he plays it one more time and it just fucking fails again. I'm like,
still
oh
is like
my God.
5 frames a second in that first
Just
bit.
let it die.
We are talking about the press conference around
It was a press
Borderlands
conference. It was
3's
terrible.
release.
Yeah.
So that is the cringe that we're describing for you. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it because you can't get that time back.
What's the trailer? What's the trailer for the game though? Because that was
It is.
sick.
It looks fucking. It is insane.
Although-
Literally, the whole internet right now is blowing up over the fact there's a fucking gun with legs and it
Okay.
throws insults.
I
like
actually,
that.
I found out why it has legs as well. So one of the brands of guns in Borderlands is called TDR, and usually the way you reload them is you just throw them at your enemy, and
That's
then
fantastic. It's
they
great. It's great.
materialize in your hands. In this one, there's going to be multiple different ways you can reload them, but one of them is you throw it and it just runs off firing, and that's like the gun rematerializes in you.
That's sick.
That is so
It just
good.
throws
That's-
insults.
that's
That's,
cool.
fucking
The,
awesome.
The list of weaponry on the website is just like they've gone up by 11. Like it's everything good about the guns in the previous games is just like multiplied. So
Do you think there's
It's
a
gonna be sick.
possibility that this game won't be good, or do you reckon that's
No.
completely off the cards?
I don't think there's, and I know I shouldn't be hyped for games because
blind faith.
I've been burned before, but
Have we all?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think they're going to nail it. The story looks awesome for a Borderlands fan. Like you, Dylan, didn't really think the trailer was any good. And I've seen a lot of reports of people being like, this just looks like
Speak for
Borderlands
myself,
2.
thanks, but
That's what you said.
yeah,
You
but
said you didn't.
not here today.
Called out.
No, but I know what you said.
I'm not
And
gonna
a lot
let
of
you get away
people,
with it.
a lot of people who aren't Borderlands fans are like, yeah, it just looks like Borderlands. But it was really tailored towards huge fans of the series who are like, they know that it's going to be on multiple planets already, and it's like
That's
confirmation of that. Because at the end of number 2, that's the end of the game. It's like, oh, there's vaults on all these planets. And ever since then, I've been like, fuck, I want this game. I want multiple planets. I'm sick of Pandora. Give us, give us a new planet, and the planets look insane. So for a big fan of the series, I think it's like more tailored towards us rather than new players. So it's like people see it and be like,
Yeah.
it just looks like Borderlands. But
I'll play it. Like I'll definitely play it. Like the way you're talking about it, you're clearly hyped up about it.
oh, dude,
And
it's
like-
been like 6 years. I'm so hyped.
Let's just
7 years?
let's just hope that the end of the game isn't like his magic trick on
Just
fucking
Randy
stage.
pitching.
Oh my
Like,
god.
See, this is why I have doubt
they
because I'm like the big boss is up there on stage trying to show off cards of Claptrap and be like 41.
I hope he's an
Yeah, but
NPC and he's
He-
just on the side.
Well, he's a psycho.
Kill him.
He voices a psycho, and but they're like
That doesn't
a
matter.
So
dime a
you
dozen.
will get to kill him. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
They
Get
literally
to blow
base the
his-
psychos off him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, female psychos. Though,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Now
Sick.
all the female cosplayers of psychos can be like for real.
Be
Yeah.
validated.
They're like,
And the playable characters look sick. Pretty much it all got leaked like last year. And they were all spot on. And it looks fucking awesome. So I'm pumped. I'm absolutely
I'm
pumped.
pretty keen as well. Like I played it as a kid with my little brother, and like we finished the whole game, but I was young enough to not really understand the story. Like I just liked to play it. So I'm keen to jump in and not really understand some of it, but have a good time.
Well, it's probably a good time to play the old ones now because they've just been like remastered.
Don't you get some of them for free on PC?
On
some of the
Steam,
remasters?
if you own number one, bought like Game of the Year edition, Borderlands 1, you get a free update. Whereas
I
on
do.
consoles, you have to buy it again, which is a bit
That's-
shit. But
I think I get
it's
the
because
free
it's
update
not
then.
backwards compatible on PlayStation.
God,
It is on Xbox, but they've just released it as a new game.
Yeah.
Number 2 has just got a free update as well. So if you can
Oh,
probably
then-
get them for like
yeah.
$5 on Steam.
Oh no, I think I already own them, so I should get the free.
Oh
update,
yeah,
so it should be all
sweet.
good.
Yeah.
I own them as well. Maybe I should try doing a little bit of a road to.
Or maybe we could do it like a little
Borderlands.
co-op.
Actually, though.
Oh,
it's so
Co-stream?
it's so
Yeah,
fucking
right?
sick.
Ooh,
Dude,
I'm gonna get
co-op.
so many.
pity I don't
followers
play.
from you.
Yeah, buddy.
Pity I don't play
Number-
PC because we could all play because they're both
Number
full
2's
player.
my favorite by far.
Yeah, number 2 is one of
stream.
like
Let's do it.
one of my
It's on.
top 10 games of all time.
It's on like Danky King.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Thank you, King.
What's
So-
the? Sorry to interrupt.
No, go.
But do you know the actual names of the new characters?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I generally look and feel interested in the guy that's like in charge of all the bugs and beasts.
Okay,
You're like
so-
a beast hunter from like World of Warcraft. It's sick.
You got Flack, the Beastmaster.
Yeah,
which is
fuck
him.
yeah.
It's like FL4K. So
Yeah.
I assume he's a robot.
He's fucking lit.
Because Zero was. We never found out if Zero was actually a robot or not.
I
But
want to say he's a robot.
yeah,
Hey,
well, this
he-
guy. I
curious,
thought, he had
brother.
I thought he had a human leg, but.
Is he? Is he
Holy shit.
Zero-
like-
Prosthetic
no,
leg,
he's
not
in the
prosthetic
trailer.
arm.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's next to Reese from Tales of the Borderlands in one of the shots.
Oh, sick.
Sorry, Dylan. All good. Then we've got Mose, the bot jock. She's like the soldier with the like Titan thing. Zane, the operative. He's like has gadgets and shit.
He reminds me of Soldier 76 from Overwatch.
He does, yeah, he does
Kinda a
actually.
little bit.
Yeah. There's rumors that he's actually the handsome Jack body double. You know? There's
Ooh,
that,
fuck
like-
yeah.
Yeah, and then Amara the Siren, who definitely I'll be playing
Yeah.
her. Always play a Siren.
She looks like Krieg, but if Krieg was smart and could like actually talk again.
She's buff as fuck.
She's fucking
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
I want to be buff.
she's massive.
I want to be buff.
So yeah, they're your playable characters, and you would assume there'd be like 2 to 4 more in DLC because they've apparently already like announced a season pass. So,
Yeah.
which I don't really like that. Like, just get the fucking game out first, then to talk to us about DLC. But yeah. Sorry,
Speaking
is there
of,
anything-
we haven't even talked about the review bombs yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you don't give a shit.
No,
Because you
Thank
are
fuck I
playing
play on console.
but like that whole Epic Game debacle and all that sort of stuff, like, oh boy, that's that's not doing anyone any favors. Like
Tell us
the
about it.
console wars were bad, but now we've got like the PC civil war going on.
It's literally.
It's so bad.
It is so true. That is the most apt description
Right?
of what's happening right now.
Right? Like, and I, like, personally, I would have no problem. I would have less of a problem with Epic Games sniping games off the Steam store if they had any layer of security. Like, that's my number one. Like, maybe your launch is not great. That's fine. Like, if you had security and it was safe for me to use your software without potentially losing
Going to
my
the
entire
Chinese government.
identity, to China, then you having a bad platform compared to Steam, that's just that's just how companies compete.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you got a shit platform because you'll fucking figure that out when everyone goes back to Steam. But I just want to be safe when I play my games. Like
Yeah.
I want to play the games and not be infected by
Instead of
deadly
having like
viruses.
Xi Jinping just like straight up getting the word on you. Just
Yeah,
be like,
right? I'm
I
just
know all
gonna-
your details.
But
Just
the-
like open up my asshole if I install that. Like, like I'm
If you
so
want
worried.
malware in your computer, just install like
Yeah.
yeah,
I
install
remember once
Epic.
we asked you about like, do you have Epic Games on your thing? It's like, no, I don't install malware on my computer.
Fuck that
And I
shit.
lost it. That was amazing.
That's
But-
so
Well, if
bad.
y'all want to play Borderlands this year, you're going to have to get it. But it's
I'm
not
gonna
out till
fucking
September, so...
Rumored to be a 6-month.
No, it's
exclusive.
been announced to be
Confirmed?
6 months, yeah.
6 month confirmed.
Yeah.
God, it's Metro Exodus all over again.
I
So
just
Metro's a year.
that
Also 2 weeks
the
before
worst
release.
part is like the trend of creators being like, "Oh, you didn't like that our game's on Epic? Well, we're gonna continue to make you upset." Like
Yeah.
with Metro being like, "If you don't like it, then maybe I won't make you another game." And now
Yeah.
fucking
I mean,
Borderlands been like, "If you
makes-
don't like
I
it on
gotta
Epic,
respect-
maybe we should put them all on Epic."
Makes sense that they do that, considering that they just get more money for the games that they produce and not less money for Steam, which makes sense. But the only way I see this civil war coming to an end is if Valve just stopped taking as much money from the developers and become just as competitive
Or-
as the Epic Store.
Or if Epic, like, sort their
If
launcher
Epic
out.
had security, then there would be actual.
Apparently, there's
competition.
no customer service either. Like, if
You
you try and
can't
get in
even-
touch with them trying to say, hey, my account's locked out, and they don't do anything about
Yeah.
it.
You can't even fucking, like, alphabetize your game library.
True.
What the fuck?
What do they pop up in the order I bought them in, or
No, it's probably
they
Fortnite
shuffle
first.
every time?
Order of importance to Epic.
At least must give respect to Obsidian in like they weren't like, well, fuck you, we're putting it on Epic. They were like, yeah, we didn't make this decision. This was
Yeah.
2K, like Private Division's decision. We don't make these decisions.
Yeah.
So they weren't dicks about it and like,
Yeah.
oh, screw you, we won't make it for PC next time because they don't want to be absolute idiots
Yeah.
about it. But
I just if Epic had security, then Valve would have to step up their game, and then also Epic would have to step up their game, and that's only good for everyone. Like
like
it's
Steam
so simple.
is riddled
Security?
for a company that literally like is has all the money in the world. Like
Yeah, right?
fucking Fortnite money.
They are gushing
That is
plus
those
10
greens.
cents.
Yeah, them boys be balling. They can afford security.
Exactly.
Right? They just
And alphabetizing your fucking
please
game
10
library.
cent says, but then I can't get in.
No, leave the back door open though.
Can you write
Oh my
security,
God.
but exclude the word 10 cent so I can just
Is-
slide on in?
How much does Tencent own of Epic?
Like 49% or something.
Are you kidding me?
I don't quote me on that. F
But
in the
you mean
chat,
like a-
but-
That's some big
F in the
numbers,
chat.
boy.
I mean, like an extremely large amount of Epic.
I think so. Yeah. But they also own like so many other companies.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
we buy
huge.
their games.
Their fingers are
Like-
in many pies. Yeah,
Like
I feel you.
yeah.
40% share in Epic Games.
Jeez.
So it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Non-majority shareholder.
And Epic
That's a lot.
own Unreal, and like so many people use Unreal. And I see it from the perspective of developers. Like, if they use Unreal, which Borderlands has always used Unreal Engine, they don't pay, I'm pretty sure they don't pay licensing fees. So it's like they're getting a 88% revenue split, and they're not paying the fees that they would to use Unreal if they were on Steam. So like it's
It makes
great
sense.
for the developers.
I just want security.
Exactly.
I
Like
just want to feel
if
safe.
they,
just
if they
don't
had a
wanna
good
die.
launcher, it'd be a great competition against Steam because there's so much trash on Steam.
Yeah.
Like there is so much like
There's all
acid
these weird
flip.
porn games now as well, and these like hentai simulators.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I think Mitch
Yeah, I
does
s-
know and he's pretending.
I've
Like,
not watched Jim Sterling.
seems right down Mitch's alley.
Maybe I
I
shouldn't
have
have
no
mentioned
idea
it.
what you're talking about.
Mitch is not going to be here next week.
Oh god.
He's going to be knee deep. Oh my god.
Quagmire fucking Family
Yeah, I
Guy.
was
His
just
like
thinking
arm
that.
is like huge after he discovered internet porn.
Oh, God.
Also, I saw some people being like, at least on Epic Games, they can't review bomb us. It's like, reviews are important. Review bombs suck, and Steam's doing something about it. But to like features like reviews are pretty important, I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
for a gaming
Plus, how do you
service.
know?
How hard is it to
game.
one of
Well,
their
they
long
don't
term
want the bad reviews. Come
Yeah.
on, all the reviews going to be like, "Oh, I got hacked for the 10th time
Yeah.
this week."
It would be a massive target for review bombing, though. Like, it's just people wanting to like.
People would have to
talk
buy
shit.
the game first.
People would have to download malware before they could.
I
put
think
their
you'd be
bad comment in.
surprised the general level that people would sink to just to be a dick. Like,
Well, I mean,
they're
they're
still
already
making
doing
money, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So
they're like, yeah, showed them by giving them my hard-earned cash.
Yep.
But, yeah, there you
exactly.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Review bombing, do not agree with that at all. So I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
that Steam is doing something about it.
Because
Yeah.
it does really mark like quite a it's quite a big event or a milestone in which they're actually removing reviews based off that. Which
Well, they're not completely removing it. I think there's an option that you can turn on or off based on your own settings to say automatically remove reviews that were, put in a time of high activity that they've classified as a review bomb. You can have that automatically removed, or say, I want to see that anyway.
And some review bombs are fair, like for shitty practices, but
Yeah.
like review bombing Borderlands 2
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't make
Well,
no
I
fucking
think
sense.
Civ 5 or 6 got review bombed for a bit because it had some stupid type of
But
mini
like-
malware inside it.
Oh, really?
Like a
Yeah.
similar thing. It's
Holy
called like
shit.
Red something. I can't remember
remember
honestly.
hearing
But
about
like they got review bombed for a bit. They fixed it up, and
Yeah.
it's fine again.
Well,
everyone's all good.
Apparently, according to a recent update that Valve's Doug Lombardi said, apparently after review of current review activity on Borderlands titles, the decision was made to tag the franchise off-topic reviews on Steam, effective immediately.
Because they were talking about it previously.
Yeah, it's
and
been
then they
something
just,
they've
like,
been
did
working
it.
on, and I think Borderlands is the first game it's actually in effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 10:30. That was 10:30 p.m. last night. That was implemented like live straight away. So they're already on top of it.
It's
Yeah.
important.
Hold on.
I just hope that my overall hope for the whole situation is Epic ups their security, ups their customer service model as a whole, which causes Valve to treat creators more fairly,
Yeah.
and causes Epic to treat their customers more fairly, and then we'll have some competition, which can only be good for everyone.
Ultimately, Valve isn't going anywhere, considering think of how much money we've both of us, and Mitch as well. I mean, since you're not a PC gamer, Elliot,
If Valve
maybe not so
disappeared,
much.
I'd cry.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a
all my
website that
stuff.
tells you the value of your Steam account.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not willing to disclose how much mine is worth. Literally, it is.
But also, there's great
crazy.
I'm
sales
gonna
and
look
stuff,
that
so
shit
it's
up
not
right now.
necessarily
Exactly.
like
Yeah,
how much you've spent on it. It's how much it's worth. So.
Yeah. Because games are hard to value like that, especially in the second-hand market. EB Games or GameStop in the
Games-
States will be like, yeah, that game's worth 50 cents that you paid $99 for.
And then they sell it for $45.
Of course.
Oh fuck yeah!
Or they sell it
That's
for
logic.
$5 less than a brand new one, which I noticed in
Oh.
EB the other day. I was like,
That literally brings my piss to a boil. When I see that, I do not want
Dude,
to
what the
fucking
fuck?
talk to the person who wants to try and charge me $5. Like they've already split open the game. They've already taken away its
someone's
its-
played it. And
Exactly.
Like-
they've taken away its dignity, and that was my job. I wanted that.
I went in to
Oh,
get
jeez.
Handsome Collection the other day, and the brand new one was $49.95, and the pre-owned was $44.95.
Jesus.
It's like, what? Why would I even bother
Yeah.
with a fucking pre-order?
Obviously, clearly, you want to buy the pre-owned one.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm saving that $5. You know what I'm going to use that $5 on?
What's that?
Scratch protection.
Oh my god! I don't buy games from EB Games for that very reason. I'm like, I don't want to hear their spiel. Or like, if they want, do you want scratch protection on this? I'm like, I'm not a child.
Yeah.
And like, what?
It's also a Blu-ray. They're fucking hard to scratch for one
Oh,
thing.
dead set.
Like,
And they're like, do you know if your PC can handle this game? And like, kid, you don't know who you're talking to.
Dude, they said that to me when I bought Sekiro. I was like, you don't know who I am.
Yeah, clearly you don't know who I am.
You don't know how much money I wasted on this. Like,
Mixer.com/CapCat.
That's
way too powerful PC.
We sound like such idiots because clearly it's probably part of their job to ask that question.
Yeah, they
you're
don't.
right.
They
Yeah,
don't
but
fuck-
fuck them.
They
Instead
don't
of
have
me-
to.
They don't want to have to deal with the return. Being like, it didn't work, did it? And they're like, no. But-
no,
It didn't work. They're like,
didn't
well, I
like
can't
it.
return it.
Yeah.
Because it's a digital code and I can't
Yeah.
get that back.
Yeah.
So I figured we might wrap up our wonderful podcast here by discussing some of the upcoming games from April. What do you
Sounds
guys
good.
think for April? Well, getting started on April 9th. And what is it today?
It's April 8th.
April 8th. So tomorrow, look at that. We
Tomorrow,
have
baby.
we have a game coming from Australian developers, which is cool, which is going to be Shovel Knight Showdown. Now, I'm probably not the right person to talk about this because I ain't ever played Shovel Knight, you know?
Me neither.
Anyone here
Anyone
played
played
Shovel
it?
Knight?
The fuck Shovel Knight.
Are you serious?
Right, that answers that
It's
question.
a
Wow.
Metroidvania.
It
isn't
is. It's
Yeah.
Metroidvania. You play a big old buff knight dude that's blue and you got a shovel. And,
Yeah.
that's about...
It looks really cool.
That's about as
Yeah.
descriptive as you can get on the game, really.
Well, it's coming out tomorrow.
On PC and Switch? I didn't
For
write
what-
it down.
For whatever reason, that title seems to remind me of an older game that I used to play on Xbox 360, Castle Crashers.
Castle-
maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet
Wasn't that-
Jesus!
That was like a Newgrounds game that they turned into an
Really?
Xbox
It
game.
was
Yeah.
so
Oh,
Castle
shit.
Crashes is one of my
fucking
favorite
lit.
games of all time. Like,
Wow.
It
Yeah,
was
I
a
got
lot
that
of fun.
free with gold and never played it.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun though, hey. And then we've got one that you're particularly proud of. or
I'm actually
happy to talk
pretty
about.
excited about this. I only knew about it from an interview with Game Informer on their podcast. It's called Dangerous Driving. It's made by the guy who created Burnout and a team of 7 people. And it looks really good.
Nice.
I think it's like $45 Australian dollars. And yeah, it just looks exactly like Burnout. It's just crazy arcade madness. But it's like got tons of game modes and stuff. So yeah, I'll be getting that.
Man, I was way into Burnout back in the day.
Yeah.
I love the takedown effects and stuff like that. That
Yeah.
was so much fun.
It was
Burnout
in
Paradise
Burnout that
was
you could just
incredible.
do the crashes.
Yeah.
In Burnout Takedown and stuff, you could just like do a crash. Like you just drive into a massive
Yeah.
intersection and try and cause as much
As
damage.
havoc as possible.
So
and we'll
much
do the
fun.
mad slow-mo camera as it flies around.
Yeah.
Burnout Paradise was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
in
that's
terms
what
of-
I never played.
It was like more of an open world and you drive between the challenges.
I think
Yeah.
I played Paradise.
Yeah. And it's been remastered, so.
I don't think there was much. You know what? I shouldn't say this because I'm not 100% sure. But I don't believe there was a lot of car customization. Does that sound right?
I don't know. What, in Burnout in general
I was
or
thinking
Paradise?
I think in the older games there wasn't, but I can't remember there being any customization. Because I remember
In
Need for
this-
Speed Underground 2, the best part of that game was literally just customizing your car.
Oh,
putting the
yeah,
lights
totally.
bolts
And it was
stuff
a
in there.
totally different, like they never had licensed
Vehicles.
manufacturers and stuff. Yeah. So this is similar. And by the sounds of the interview I was listening to, it's like, it's not very customizable either. You've got different tiers of cars and they're either faster or some are like more, durable for crashes and they're designed for different game modes and stuff. Looks pretty cool.
Nice.
So I'm pretty keen on that.
Sweet as. And rolling up for April 18th, we have Katana Zero.
Did you guys showed me that the other day? I'm super hype.
Oh, I'm so
Right?
hyped as well.
It
It
looks
has
so
that
good.
mad sort of neo-noir, vaporwavy-esque sort
Yeah.
of feel to it. And Elliot was telling us about how in between missions you go to your therapist, and your therapist gives you the missions before you go
Yeah.
out. So you got to deal with, I guess,
Sounds sick.
Sounds
mental
really-
issues and stuff like that.
Really intriguing. Like, I'm super
Yeah.
excited.
The
Okay.
visual style looked nuts. Like, what's it coming out on? Do you know?
PC and Switch and Mac for some reason.
On Mac.
And Mac
the
for
App
some
Store.
reason.
I'll be getting it on Switch.
I thought you were going to say Mac then. It looked like it.
I think it would probably suit better for the Switch, but to be honest, it's probably going to be cheaper on PC.
Oh, totally. It's
Switch
like
is so
$45 on Switch as well. Like
I hate
$40.
Wow.
those games. I'm like, this
Please, Nintendo.
I should just play it
bored.
on Mac.
Nintendo.
Nintendo Emperor.
And then we have one that I'm sure a lot of us are excited
Staple.
about:
Keen.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Very keen.
And then and that's April 23rd. So that's gonna be pretty nuts. Especially, did you see the Collector, the new character? He's got all these arms and stuff like that.
No, what the fuck?
you
Love
did
me
check it
some
out.
arms, baby.
He's the Collector with a K, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, because that's how they do
Oh,
it. But
sweet Jesus.
Head boon's such
yeah,
a
apparently it's
word.
just a dude with a lot of arms. I guess more arms than Goro, I'd imagine, because Goro had like
Let's go.
Four.
Got 4.
Did he have 6? No,
Nope.
4. Wasn't there a chick as well, a chick version of Goro? There is, for sure.
Yeah, they
No.
smash butts.
I think they just.
Oh.
What was her
Species
name?
mate.
Nasty.
What was?
That species.
Oh wow.
We're looking at videos. Not videos. We're looking at photos of it now. Apparently.
He's freaky. I like it. The
looks
graphics
sick.
look.
How many arms
fucking-
has he got?
4?
It looks like 4.
Is,
Looks
it,
like 4.
is that the Collector?
What is
Yeah, that looks
the
like my
female
dad.
Goro called? I can't remember.
okay.
Goro.
I'm thinking Kataro, but I think that's the fucking horseman.
The horse boy.
Oh, cool.
The-
Wait, Kitara, isn't it? Like,
Kataro. No,
Kitara.
maybe that's Motaro. I don't fucking know. That was like Mortal Kombat trilogy or
yeah,
something.
I can't say I'm well versed in my my Mortal Kombat lore. That's for sure.
Because I'm fucking shit at these fighting games. That is
Oh, this is the only one I'm
These are the one of the
any
games
good
I
at.
suck at.
Yeah.
Because
I like-
I'd be that pleb that literally just spams the same button, has no cool strategy or anything like that. I spam the same button until I win, and that represents who I am. Thank you.
Nice.
I'll probably only
Thanks for
play.
coming to my TED Talk.
And hit my fist.
I'll probably only play it in single player, but
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'm actually any good. But it's the only one. It's the only fighting franchise I understand the control scheme because I've played it enough to realize like what the buttons do, and then I go to play like Street Fighter. I'm like flailing like an idiot, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What is life?
Yeah, pretty
Down
much.
back BA. with Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Ooh, throw that
Yeah,
ice ball.
exactly. And it's like, yeah, directionals and then like high punch, low punch, high kick, low kick. And it kind of makes sense to me. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for that. It's gonna be
Tekken's
sick.
my fighter of choice.
Yeah.
I love Tekken. But
Yeah.
I still play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I haven't played Tekken since like Tekken 3 or 4.
Tekken 3 was the shit.
Yeah.
What else
That's
is
good.
coming out? What else we got?
Does anyone else want to take over? Or?
Yeah, well, a few days after that, 3 days after that, we've got big first party PlayStation release, Days Gone, which I personally could not.
Finally,
really
will
care
be
about, but-
fucking released.
Yeah.
I, for whatever reason, I am always drawn to zombie games. Like I'm always about that
Classic
stuff.
Mitch.
It's fucking just. I don't know what it is. There's so much. This is gonna sound psychopathic right now, but there's. Yeah, I don't know if I even want to say it. There's a
It's too late now.
satisfaction to just dropping so many bodies all at one fucking time.
I don't know. If you were talking about like that no Russian mission from Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
2, where
2?
you're killing civilians,
Oh.
I'd be like, Mitch, that's an issue. But you're talking about killing zombies.
No,
so
no,
it's alright.
no, I didn't hesitate either. He just said, "Look, no Russians," and I just didn't hesitate. Just started gunning down just civilians, just cause
It's just a game, Mom.
it was just a game,
We'll play
right?
Grand Theft Auto,
Just a game, right?
Right.
Right? No one's gonna judge me because
Anyways,
yeah.
we got Super Meat Boy Forever coming out after that. I'm not sure what day it comes out on though.
Super
Yeah,
Meat Boy
I
is a
think
lot of fun.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
but
that
very
shit.
hard to play.
I
So
sucked
hard.
at it.
You reckon fucking Sekiro's hard? Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Wow, wait, really? Is this game that hard?
Well,
Yeah.
no one's asking for friggin' Super Meat Boy easy mode, are they? Yeah.
Right? What's that about?
Maybe they will when it comes out.
All right, Forbes, clearly.
You know what else is coming out though? Dauntless.
All right, can you tell us about that? Because I
Yeah,
have no
please
idea what
do.
you're talking about.
Well, I can tell you only a little bit because I got accepted into the closed beta, but I never ended up playing it.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Loads
there
of
was an
checks.
NDA.
No,
Damn.
no, I went over.
Spicy.
I went on holidays, so I didn't end up playing it.
Oh, it was
Ah,
them.
yeah.
But it's kind of like a Monster Hunter like type thing. Go hunt me some big boys.
Is it-
I'm all about that.
Be cool.
Is it indie? Like small develop?
I believe
like
so.
2D? I'm
No, not
trying to
2D.
So it's like
Oh,
full
really?
3D.
No, fully 3D.
Ah, cool. I'm seeing something else in my mind.
Here's a picky of it.
Ooh, pretty.
That's my email that I got.
I feel like
from
I've
being
seen
accepted.
that ads around
No, it looks
before
sick.
and just haven't given
Oh,
a
that's
shit.
cool art style.
Whoa!
It's like
It looks. Whoa! It's almost cell shaded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. It looks
yeah.
really good.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm excited
Okay,
because
what's that on?
I'm getting like Ark vibes from that, even though I never really played Ark. But that is crazy.
it looks amazing, and I really love Monster Hunter World and all the other Monster Hunters. So I'm pretty into it.
This looks cool.
It's coming out on like literally everything. So
Literally
Oh, cool.
everything.
like
Cool.
Switch,
Yeah.
consoles,
Does
PC.
it have a day?
Even
of
on
release?
mobile devices.
I was getting a.
I think it hits open beta
Don't look at me.
last year. I think. You know what? I have no freaking idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me just die.
What's? I'm getting real Horizon Zero Dawn vibes from it.
Kind of
Like-
mixed with the artwork from Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, right.
Like
no,
that,
I see.
like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I like that. Cool. Thanks, Kat. Hot tip. I
Anyways,
might
so it's
review
currently
that one.
available on PC. You can play it.
in beta.
Well, it just says it's currently free to play on PC, but
Oh.
the PS4 release has been delayed till summer. So there you go.
Rip.
Nice. Well,
Sweet.
I guess that's April for you. We probably missed some. We didn't go through any of the April Fools ones either. Any of those
Crab
Fuck no.
champions.
Crab Champions, boy, I want to play that
It's
game.
true. Oh, yeah, the man is
looks so
pulling your
good.
goddamn leg.
Oh
It
yeah.
looked like Quake with
Right?
crabs.
I want to be a crab,
year.
and I want to maybe one day kill another crab and be gold. Right?
Every
That's
year.
that's my goal.
We get a game like that. Every year they say it.
Yeah, I just tried to I dig the soundtrack though. Like,
It's sick.
I've actually like got like the Crab Rave song like somewhere on my phone.
Crab
and
Rave.
I'm pretty sure it's what the song is called. And
Yeah.
like the soundtrack he
Right.
made for this as well. Like, it's top notch. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's probably a safe time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But this has been the very first episode of Spawn Respawn. We went through and we talked about our feelings of Sekiro, and I think we're all pretty much in love with that game.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh yeah,
I want to
oh,
fucking
yeah.
marry
It's in
it.
the Game of the Year contention for sure.
100%.
It already
That's
is. It already is Game of the Year. Like, I don't even give a shit what else comes out this year. Quote on me. I don't give a shit.
This is
Fight
a
me.
big thing coming from me. because I love Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know which game I like better. Probably Resident Evil 2 because my save didn't get corrupted. But it's not really, FromSoft's fault. But what?
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
potato of a PC. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
fuck your
Leave
computer.
it alone. It just has some performance issues.
I'm NVIDIA.
Yeah, well, at some point, I will finish it and then I'll make my mind up. But it's very close, which is exciting. But that was episode 1 of Spawn Respawn. My name is Dylan Smith.
I've been Cat or CapCat if you want to find me online.
I am Elliot, and you can find me on YouTube as Direct Gaming.
And I'm Mitchell Barnsley. You can't find me anywhere yet, so suck it.
Wow.
And that's us. Thank you very much. Peace.
Peace.